Here at TC, we often use Google Classroom to access all of our assignments and connect with one another.
Hi.
As you can see, I will type something, and it will go here. Crazy.
Hi, I'm Trevor Hoffman. I am a junior at Concord Carlisle High School. It's a medium-sized public school, around 300 kids per class. And basically, my 3 years here so far, there has been a dramatic change in how we use technology to learn. My freshman year, nothing special. Teachers just made presentations and the students took notes on paper. But now we have a program called One-to-One, and basically what it is, every student has their own laptop, and we are allowed to take notes online now, whether it's on Google Drive or Word, whatever. And teachers are still making presentations, but they can also share stuff with us, which makes it easier for the students and the teachers to communicate ultimately. And we also have a language lab here, and what it is there's 60 desktops for the 4 languages, whether it's Spanish, French, Chinese, or Latin. And it allows us students to communicate with one another, practice our speaking, and the teachers can also speak to us, which is helpful. So overall, I'd say that the technology here benefits all the students because technology is now evolving and we have to get used to it more, and it's also easier for the students to take notes online rather than paper, and we're also benefiting the environment, so yeah.
I went to a rather large public high school and junior high. There were about 800 kids in each grade, and I found that in junior high we didn't have as much technology, and by high school they had put in Promethean boards in every room, and we started to use more online tools and laptops in class, and I felt that the presence of technology was extremely useful, especially with the size of our class and the amount of students that our teachers were working with at a time. I felt that technology really helped to be able to give out all of the information necessary to every student, oftentimes alter certain criteria for each student. It helped to personalize the way people learned. Um, Another way we started to use technology was for the sports teams. And on each sports team, I was on two different sports teams, and I felt that our coaches started to use different types of apps that would help us get information across to the different athletes. However, I definitely saw a shift from the amount of technology used from junior high to high school. I thought there was a much greater presence. There were a lot less textbooks used, which was really essential for many people in my high school on a financial basis. There were online options to read, which were oftentimes free, if not much less inexpensive. And I felt that really technology was extremely beneficial for where I went to school at a very large, diverse population.
So in middle school, I definitely saw a lot more technology than in my elementary school. In 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, we started using those smart boards in class, and then we each got laptops that we were able to use in class, and then eventually we were able to bring them home. But I saw the technology we use as more of a hindrance than advancing our studies, because there always seemed to be a problem with it, and we were spending our time like trying to get it work. Um, more than we were like learning from it. So that was kind of I thought a hindrance in middle school. But then in high school, it was used completely different, and it wasn't like the basis of how we learned in class. It was more of what you did your homework on. So we each got iPads eventually, and then those became a huge asset to our learning, because they could have all the students on the same page kind of, and we were all learning using the same materials, and so that was kind of a good way to keep us all on the same page. But it was definitely a better way of learning once we got to high school and once everything was more advanced and it was less of a hindrance.
I went to a small private school, and each classroom had a smart board that was typically used for every single class. So in that aspect, we had technology, but other than that, our laptops weren't used that often. We had our languages, most of the textbooks for any language class was online, and we had our online homework through there. So we always had our laptop in Spanish. Sciences, it depended on the science of the teacher. Math, never. Art history, we used our laptops a lot because of our PowerPoints and stuff like that. But technology wasn't the biggest role in high school. We had no reason to use it other than the rare occasion of 2 or 3 classes.